Hey YouTube family and GN subs, I just got notification. Been doing this for 8 years now. A lot of content, and I want to thank my YouTube Good News subscribers. You guys are awesome. You are the reason that I do this. You're the reason I get up to bring you good news like I am doing today. I talk a lot about the 3 branches of government. So important these days when you have an executive that's trying to run away with all the power. You have congressional branch. I have a good case for you today, how they are checking the executive. And of course, our lawyers and our judges, first line of defense, they are winning, folks. They are winning. I have some great examples for you today of cases where judges are ruling against the administration, and that is a check on power. That's going to be needed for these next 4 years, folks, and we're going to be bringing you all this good news of what's happening. Hey, my name is Humberto or Gray, attorney at law here in the West Side, Los Angeles, and what I do is I bring you good news. My good news subscribers, they know that, and if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Join the good news train, folks, and we gotta get going because we got a lot to unpack today. So hey, let's get at it. Most of you probably heard about the Mahmoud Khalil case that's going on. So let me break it down for you and tell you how us lawyers and judges are winning. This individual is a permanent resident of the United States. This is more important to know. How can immigration take your green card away, and what rights do you have? And what rule of law are they trying to impose to take his green card away? We're going to talk about that because I think this is real important for those of you currently who have green cards. You're probably wondering to yourself, how can the administration take my green card away? What are my risks? Should I be afraid, etc.? So generally, it's very, very difficult for immigration to take your green card away. You have to commit a crime. You have to be subject to a ground of what we call inadmissibility, where they need to go in front of a judge to revoke your green card. Well, in this case, this individual did not commit a crime, and this is the scary part about it, right? He did not commit any crime. He was protesting at Columbia University. No matter what you think about, the Israeli situation, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a permanent resident and how the rule of law, how can you take that green card away? So here's the law that they're trying to use to take this green card away, right? This is a ground of removability where the Secretary of State, currently it's Marco Rubio, has full authority to say that this individual may pose a threat to our foreign policy, all right? I'm going to read the law to you so it's very clear here. Any alien whose presence or activities in the United States where the Secretary of State has reasonable grounds to believe would have potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for the U.S. is deportable. That is so broad, folks. I guarantee you the government's going to lose this case. I mean, all the Secretary of State has to do is say, I reasonably believe there's a potential of danger to our foreign policy. That is so broad. It is not going to pass constitutional muster. You're not going to be able to take a green card away for this reason, okay? It's just not going to happen. I'm going to keep you updated on this case, folks. Lawyers and judges are going to check the executive. They're going to check this administration who's trying to remove people for no reason at all. It's not going to happen, folks. All right, administration also trying to use the Enemies Act of 1798. What? That's crazy, folks. I put a link in the description box below. You can read a little article about this. But, basically the Enemies Act of 1798 is when we are at war, you can deport people without due process. That's all that means. Again, lawyers are going to get involved. They're not going to win this, folks. Because why? It's simple. There's no war, okay? There's no war going on. There's no invasion. There's no war. They want you to believe that, but no. That's not going to happen. I guarantee you judges will rule in our favor. And there are already cases that have been filed and the government is losing. All right, mass deportation failure. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on is, if you recall, I talked about it a little bit, they were going to detain up to 30,000 individuals at Guantanamo Bay. Well, 300 went, 300 are already gone. Why? Because They can't pass muster on living conditions, simple living conditions. They have the Army there. They were supposed to be overseeing the operation. They had ICE there. They weren't talking to each other. It is incompetence at its best. And so that's not going to happen. Guantanamo Bay is not going to happen again. It was a spectacle. I put a link in the description box below. It's a Wall Street Journal article. You can read all about it, and you can kind of laugh at the incompetence. It's just not happening. And I think this will be a continuing theme throughout the next 4 years, chaos and nothing really happening, okay? All right, let's talk about this registry that's supposed to be coming up April 11th. A lot of you are very concerned about this. At this point, I'm going to keep you updated each week. At this point, again, there's no need to be afraid, okay? We're going to take care of this. Lawyers are going to file suit. So this is what's happening now. Representative Congresswoman Jayapal has proposed a bill to repeal the Alien Registration Act of 1940. This is the old law that they are trying to use to make people register, okay? I recall after 9/11, yes, there was an attack on U.S. soil. Individuals from the Middle East had to register under this particular provision. Again, today there's no attack, there's no invasion, there's no war. There's no need to use this particular law to register people and to make people very afraid and give an easy way for the government to remove individuals. So this Registration Act of 1940, you have Congress checking the executive. They want to repeal this particular provisions so you won't have to register. I think it's going to go through. Let's see what happens. I'll keep you updated on what's going on. I'll keep you updated on the litigation, the front line defense to checking the executive administration. I love it. Judges are checking. On a wider note, you see that 240,000 government workers were given their jobs back. Judges said, hey, in all agencies, you did not fire individuals correctly, give them their jobs back. I love it. We're seeing what's happening. You're seeing democracy at its best when it's needed. Hey, YouTube family and Gen Subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like, and subscribe. You can always get me at HRG at GrayLaw.com, and we'll see you next week.